Ang ating makakausap ngayon ay napakarami niyang achievement sa kanyang buhay. Siya po ay isang MSIT or Masters of Science in Information Technology, Masters in Technology Management, MPA-SIM, at Dean ng IT and Computing Studies ng Informatics College of Diliman. At talagang hilig nito siguro mag-aral ni Dean Jewel H. Udarbe. Magandang umaga po, Dean.
Good morning, Attorney.
Dean, ano ang role ng information technology sa eleksyon na ito? Pakikwento nung sa tingin mong extent ng paggamit ng information technology sa eleksyon na ito.
Basically, yung election ngayon would have played within the, yung information technology played the major role in this exercise. Kasi nga, di ba, without information technology, the automated election system would not be possible.
So from yung PCOS to the canvas to the monitoring natin, puro IT ang gamit natin dyan.
Exactly.
Okay. Dahil hindi pa po gaanong kilala ng ating mga kababayan yung information technology, at least in its application for elections, gaano ka reliable ang IT for the use in elections?
Well, the reliability would depend on the person using the information technology pa rin. Kasi, very well in IT, you use computers, so it's a GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So, yung reliability would still depend on the person managing the system.
Yung reports that we're getting, Dean, is that out of the almost 78,000 PCOS machines, there are only close to 200 PCOS machines ang nagka-problema. To think ang mga tech support natin ito ay puro Pilipino na, puro Comelec at hindi Smartmatic.
Yeah.
Sa tingin mo ba kaya ng Pilipino technician or IT expert na kumpunihin, pagganahin itong mga PCOS machines?
Yeah. Kaya nila. During the election, di ba yung may mga technician, actually, some of the technicians na kinuha, galing din sa amin.
Galing din sa inyo?
Informatics, yeah. Konti lang naman, pero may galing sa amin.
So, masasabi mo ba din that in the coming elections, the Filipino IT expert manning the elections can only get better at pwede pa nating mapaganda itong sistemang ito?
Pwede pa nating mapaganda.
Saang area sa tingin mo ang pwedeng merong improvements tayo sa ating automated elections?
Isa sa nakita ko kahapon na it would be more on the data communication networks. So far kasi okay naman yung system, wala namang question because yung PCOS, the software that would run the PCOS have undergone several testing for quality assurance purposes. Pumasa naman siya, di ba? So, nagkaroon ng yung comparison using the automated counting plus the manual counting. So, tama sa parehas ang results, so okay lang. Now, the main problem siguro, or the main aspect that would have to be improved would be more on the data communication network, because after the counting, yung result kasi would have to be transmitted somewhere else.
Through the cellular data networks, di ba?
Yeah, there are several, transmission kasi could be several. It could be, and basically transmission is going to be, it's a wireless transmission.
Right.
Or it could also be a wired transmission. Depende sa setup. But basically, since yung deployment natin, tsaka yung election process natin, yung mga election proceeds natin will be coming from different areas, far-flung areas, hindi mo na set up yung wired. So, more or less wireless communication ang gagamitin mo doon.
Din, ang ating pagkakaalam dati, kung yung pagbabantay ng ating balota ay talagang binabantayan ng buhay ng teacher itong mga ballot boxes na ito, talagang akap-akap ito ng mga ballot ng mga teacher ng ating ballot boxes. Sa panahon ng information technology na pinapadala nga wirelessly yung ating mga impormasyon, anong klaseng yung tinatawag nating encryption or protection ang ginagawa ng mga IT experts kagaya ninyo para nga hindi mapasok o mapalitan yung mga data? Paki-explain kung ano yung protection na meron.
Yung system kasi when it's being transmitted, depende kung sino nag-develop. Meron na siyang embedded encryption yon. Tapos may maraming klase ng encryption eh.
Encryption, ibig sabihin, hindi yun mababasa ng iba? At palitan?
Oo. Tapos, when it reaches the other end, saka pa lang siya madidecrypt.
Okay. Now, yung doon sa servers kasi, syempre, kukolektahin yan doon sa munisipyo.
Yes.
Pagdating sa munisipyo, kukolektahin doon sa probinsya. Pagdating sa probinsya, kukolektahin doon sa national. Yung doon sa mga tinatawag na servers ba yun din, paano nila sinisecure yun?
What do you mean? Security when it comes to the physical setup or
Physical and content.
security as first security of the physical setup. That would be the call of the people manning the server.
Okay.
Plus also yung sa security naman as far as the content, that would be the call of the provider. So yung provider mismo sila yung maglalagay ng configuration how to secure the data, data.
Sa tingin mo sapat ang ating security measure or sapat yung pinapatupad ng mga IT experts natin para nga hindi siya mapasok at hindi mapalitan yung mga data?
As far as this exercise is concerned, I think yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Oo. Yung sa informatics na quick count or itong ano ang ating naging role dito sa ating media ng bayan din?
Yung informatics sa College Diliman Campus, bale, partner kami with the Hatol ng Bayan. We were tasked to develop an online application system. It's geographic. It's a map-based, so geographical information system. Ang ginagawa nito, the data would be the result of the election would be overlaid in a map using the Google Maps. So it's a live map. So it must be online. Otherwise, kasi pag hindi ka online, hindi lalabas yung mapa. And then we have used simple certain scripting language for us to be able to integrate the election result. We have combined a static and a dynamic data. Yung static data, siya yung yung mga data ng previous election, including the population, the registered voters in the previous election in 2010. Plus the dynamic data, yun naman yung pumapasok
At
ngayon.
makikita natin yung mapa mamaya lamang din, ano? Siguro as we plot out yung local election results and national election results, we will see that map in action a little later, correct? Okay, sa punto pong ito mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, dumako po muna tayo sa Bicol at naroon po yung ating kasamang si Kirby Cristobal para po sa pinakahuling ulat doon sa Kabikulan. Kirby? Babalikan po natin yan, si Kirby Cristobal para sa alam po natin napakainit din po ng eleksyon dyan sa Bicol area. Nariyan na po yung tunggalian between yung widow ni Secretary Robredo, si Attorney Lenny, at kasama na rin po yung dun sa isang malaking political family dun, yung apo at saka lolo ay naglaban sa isang eleksyon. Balikan natin yung ating discussion with Sir Jewel Odarbe, Dean ng College of Informatics ng Diliman College. Yung nabanggit mo din yung ating map kanina. Yung ating po bang map na ipapakita natin mamaya lamang will reveal the results both on the local and national level?
Yes, and specifically, the theme of the map or focus of the map would be actually nasa hotspot and the areas of interest.
Okay.
Yun.
So anong impormasyon ang makukuha ng ating mga kababayan dun sa map na inyong hinanda?
As I have said a while ago, that's a combination of static and dynamic.
Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ako,
static is,
English
nandun
po
na
ba
yun.
Oo, English po ba?
Given na yun, yung static would be, yung nandito na yun na data, tapos yun yung i-overlay on the map, the dynamic, siya yung pumapasok na data as the result of the election. Kasi, di ba, yung election result kasi, it's dynamic because keep on changing, patas hanggang matapos. It will be so there will be a comparison.
So ibig sabihin po ba na yung resulta makukuha natin will be officially what would also be reflected in the website of COMELEC?
Yes, of course. Dahil sila lang naman yung official source natin.
Okay. So yung data na yan, official po mula sa COMELEC at ang nagko-collate po niyan yung ating mga staff. Gaano
yung operation center.
Gaano kalaking tulong po yung ating mga volunteers dito sa studio para sa ating operasyon?
Without them, this exercise also inside the national television would not be possible. Kasi especially ang daming data to ang daming data to gather. Tapos at the same time, hindi lang yung simple collation ang ginagawa kasi we have to structure in a way na pwedeng basahin ng system na ginawa namin. So yung, in a way, meron siyang database format.
Kayo din, volunteer din po kayo, considering
yeah.
na ang dami yung apelyido dito sa inyong credential. Ano po ang naramdaman ninyo, this whole exercise na nag-volunteer kayo para sa election 2013?
Una, excited kami. Siyempre kasi the informatics sa College Diliman Campus, first time yung makipag-partner. At the same time, kabado kami siyempre dahil yung, at saka siyempre, yung time constraint kasi trabaho. So that's why yung group namin, there are at least 11 of us. Tapos, plus yung sa group ni Sandy, the Operation Center that help us about, in the data gathering. Tapos, babato sa amin, it will be collated and then arranged by the group. Meron akong inassign as a data analyst. Then somebody else would be in charge in the system development at the same time. So, magkakaharap-harap kami doon.
So, sa mga nag-volunteer na estudyante mo din, gaano kalaking bagay itong experience nila ngayon para matulungan sila sa kanilang professional career later on?
Actually, napakaganda dahil this is already an actual job, kumbaga. Katatapos nga lang nila ng final defense with their thesis with me. So, graduating sila, ready for an on-the-job training, supposedly. Pero yung iba, although nakapag-umpisa na, they opted to join us, to volunteer. Kasi nga, gagawa ng actual system that will be eventually used. In fact, araw lang ang pagitan tapos gagamitin na. Kasi yun naman din yung yung main objective kung nagde-develop ka ng system. Yung if the system would become functional already, next big thing would be the operationalization. Ito na operationalization being aired. So syempre excited sila yung skill nila nakakapag-contribute sa development ng isang online application that would help the people understand what's going on.
Galing, ano? The future of a country, lalo na in this day and age, will also be influenced in great ways by our IT experts. Masasabi mo ba itong 10 na tumulong sa'yo, 10 po ba na mga volunteers will really play big roles in the future?
Yes, of course, yes. In fact, mas nahon yung skills nila in terms of programming and system development because of this exposure.
Okay, ito pong ating meron na po tayong mga resulta na kukuha po galing po sa informatics. Ito po, resulta po galing sa inyo. Nakikita po natin yung logo ng informatics. Nangunguna pa rin po si former NTRCB Chair Grace po Llamanzares. Sunod po, former Senator Loren Legarda, Chisa Escudero, Alan Peter Cayetano, Nancy Binay, Sonny Angara, Bam Aquino, Coco Pimentel, Trillanes Sunny, Cynthia Villar, JV Ejercito, at yung pang-12 po ay si Senator Gringo Honasan. Ang pang-13 ay si former Senator Richard Gordon. Pero dikit na dikit po din itong resulta nitong number 11, 12, and 13. Sa tingin niyo po ba talagang exciting yung makikita nating down the nito sa tatlong huling ito?
Oo naman.
Okay, marami na pong pumapasok na resulta through our information system provided to us by informatics at syempre sa COMELEC. Marami na pong local candidates ang napoproclaim. Dean Joel, kayo ba ay na-surprise kung gaano kabilis ang pagpasok nitong mga results at gaano kabilis na nagpo-proclaim tayo ng ating mga local winners?
Hindi naman, kasi this is being done with the computer siguro kung manual, matagal yan. Pero since with the computer, expected ito.
Sa tingin mo ba may ibibilis pa ito?
Yes, in the next exercise siguro by 2016.
Meron tayong katanungan din coming from our viewer. Ang tanong niya, importante po bang resibo ng PCOS machine pag katapos ng boto?
Napaka-importante yon because especially this is an automated system. Meron kami tinatawag na human-computer interaction. Na pag yung interaction ng human, kasi pag walang feedback from the computer, magdududa ka. So the receipt would be an indication, the PCOS receipt would be an indication na okay yung boto mo.
Pero din itong halimbawa yung receipt hindi po lumabas or walang ibinigay na receipt, pero nabasa naman ng ating botante na nakasulat dun sa screen ng PCOS machine, congratulations, at nabasa na nga po yung boto. Sapat na po ba yun?
In cases na walang lumabas na resibo, pwede na rin yun. Kasi meron naman tinatawag na audit trail sa system.
Ano pong ibig sabihin ng audit trail ng sistema?
That would be a way of looking into all the transactions na ginawa mo with the computer.
So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng i-match yung laman ng balota o laman ng PICOS box versus the number of ballots counted by the PICOS. Pwedeng i-match yung dalawang yon. Napakaganda. Ito pong ating transmission system ay merong iba, manual yung transmission, mismo yung CF card.
Dinadala na lang dahil nag-fail yung data communication network.
Gaano ka yung manual transmission gamit yung CF card din?
Safe yun. I think meron namang encasing yun na in a way na it will not be destroyed. Tapos at the same time, I'm sure may binigay ng provider na protection for purposes of this exercise.
Ang ating nabasa is yung specific to a machine yun, kung anong pinanggalingan niya, ma-identify yun.
So aside from the identification, that would be already another step of securing the data.
Okay. Sa punto ito, balikan lang natin din yung results ng ating partial and unofficial results to those who just tuned in. Ito po yung pinakahuli as of 6:09 in the morning. Dito po sa ating partial and unofficial results, nangunguna pa rin po si Grace Polia Manzares, Lauren Legarda ang sumunod, number 2, Cheese Escudero, number 3, Alan Peter Cayetano at number 4, Nancy Bina at number 5, Sonny Angara at number 6, Ba Makino at number 7, Coco Pimentel at number 8, Sonny Trillanes at number 9, Sintra Villar at number 10. Ito po, very important, itong 9, 10, 11, Cynthia Villar 9, at 10, number 10, Cynthia Villar, number 11, JV Ejercito, number 12, Gringo Honasan, number 13, Richard Gordon. Ang lamang po nitong Cynthia Villar, Ejercito, kay Richard Gordon, kukonti lamang po. Kaya kailangan po nating bantayan, especially these last 5 slots. Although hindi po natin sinasabi na mukhang panalo na itong una, but what we're saying from the data, from the percentages na medyo mataas yung kalamangan ng mga ito. Pwede pa siguro mabago dahil nasa 37% yung bumoto kay Fariha halimbawa, kay Coco Pimentel. Pero from the votes that are yet to be counted, talagang malaki ang epekto doon sa nalalabing 3 slots sa Senado. Again, we're getting results coming from the field na yung Buhay Party List, A Teacher, One Care, Bayan Muna, Akbayan. For the party list groups are the party list groups that are leading. Alalahanin po natin yung party list groups need 2% of the total votes cast para magkakuha po ng isang slot dito sa Kongreso. Kausap pa rin po natin si Dean Joel Udarbe ng IT and Computing Studies ng Informatics College Diliman. Ang atin pong itatanong kay Dean Joel, itong ating mga social networking sites, Dean Joel, yung social networking sites, gaano ba talaga karami yung mga gumagamit ng computer or internet social networking sites sa Pilipinas? Sa tingin mo ba, pwede na nating sabihin that it reflects, yung sentimento nagre-reflect sa totoong boto o hindi pa po?
Based from the social networks, more or less, may level. Pero we cannot say na 100% na nandun na yung buong sentimento ng buong bayan. Because you see, you cannot use the social media as an end-all and be-all in analyzing yung buong sitwasyon.
Oo, lalo na po.
Magagamit mo lang siya as a supplement.
Oo, lalo na po at marami marahil na gumagamit dyan, hindi pa rehistrado or baka bata pa sa voting age. Tama po ba?
Fraud account lang.
Paano nyo hinahanda din, halimbawa yung ating mga estudyante sa ating mga schools, for the age na talagang we will be more and more dependent on information technology? Gaano ka-advance yung tinuturo nating information technology or IT skills sa ating mga estudyante in schools, halimbawa gagaya ng inyong school informatics, in order for IT to be used in more efficient ways sa ating panggobyerno in the future?
Aside from the basic theory, meron kami mga courses that would be focused on the application. And then for the IT, CS, and the IS, basta the IT student, there would be yung terminal part ng kanilang course would be the development of a system. So actual system, actually yun yung policies nila. So that they would be prepared into the actual to the real world later on.
So kung atin po na-computerize at naayos itong system ng election, hindi na po malayo marahil na ma-integrate natin lahat ng government offices at maayos yung sistema ng gobyerno para with more IT and computer-based. Tama po din?
Yes, yes. Iyon ang tinatawag na e-government.
So hindi na po daw malayo magkaroon tayo ng e-government na meron na nga po tayong e-election or automated election.